What is going on YouTube? My name is Travis and I want to thank you for tuning in with another TDH upload. We are picking up where we left off with our Carolina SKIFF J16. This is our free SKIFF and I'm just going to go ahead and start the video off with great news for you guys. Also, ignore the rain. It is downpouring out here, so that's what you hear, probably the rain on the roof. But let me go ahead and turn this camera around and show you the good news. We are legal. We are legal, folks. Ready to rock and roll. Got the 2-year registration. I was able to get a title for her. It's at the house in my safe with all the rest of my titles, but we are legal. I haven't done much filming. You guys can see that the boat is in a bit different condition than it was in the last upload. I really haven't filmed stuff because I've been working like a dog, and when I get off of work, I come and put an hour or two on this guy, a little bit of time, so that way I can make some headway. And my boy Jack, who did all my fiberglass on my formula, who showed me all like the tricks and the trades and everything, he came through, repaired the big gunnel crack, so this is solid as a rock now. He patched up this hole and that far hole over there, patched up that front hole, and then he left this one for me so that way I can, you know, attempt to do it, and if I screw it up or void it or anything, he can come back and give me a hand with that. But since it's freaking downpouring, I'm gonna have to hold off on some fiberglass work for right now. It's a little too humid for it. Let me show you guys my new pulling platform here. Got this from a buddy down at Precision Point Marine. He had it off his old SKIFF and didn't need it anymore. Ended up working out a little job for him, and that was my payment there, so I'm real happy with that thing. We're gonna get some Cusa board, and we're gonna lay it about 18 inches up off the transom, glass it in, and then mount these 2 feet on the Cusa board, and then I'm going to modify the rear. I'm going to cut this off at some point, I'm not sure where, and then bend out some new 90s to mount it onto the transom. So pulling platform, check. The holes and the crack all fixed up. I'm gonna personally do all of these holes, fill them all with Cabosil, and then sand them down and then glass over the Cabosil on all of these holes. And other than that, guys, we are making progress. You guys can see I've got some sky blue paint on there, or some ice blue, whatever they want to call it. It is a little scuffed up. I just went ahead and laid a coat on there just because I was curious to see what it looked like with the gray. I really like it. I think it's a little bit different. It's not a common color combo that you see, but I am kind of on the fence. I'm wondering if I should just paint this white, but I don't know yet. I really do like that blue ice or sky blue or whatever you want to call that. Anyways, guys, that's really it. I got a new winch. I don't mean to be talking so much, but I just want to bring you guys up to speed. I got a new trailer winch, a fresh stainless steel quick release for my safety chain, and a new roller. I just got to get some spacers because the old roller was a bit wider, so this has got some play in it. But I'll throw some spacers on that. And other than that, guys, we are making some good progress. So today, I'm gonna start sanding all of this down and shaping this stuff. And then I'm gonna probably keep patching the little chips here in the gel coat. And then once that's said and done on both sides, I've already started on the port side here, filling in all of these chips. And that way, when it's all sanded and ready to go, we can paint these sides. And then once that's said and done, we can get ready to flip her over, sand, and do whatever we need to do to the bottom of the boat, and we'll be good to go. I also want to show you guys just one more thing. Picked up a battery tray, some fresh terminals, some eyelets, grabbed some new anchor line or docking line, some nylon cleats. This is the fuel hose that goes to the Mariner and the Mercury. And I have a tiller handle extension coming. It should be here today. So that's about it, guys. I wanted to bring you up to speed. I'm gonna shut up now, and we're gonna get to sanding. Got all these guys knocked down here, these patches. This guy's got a little bit of a low spot. If you look closely, you can see that dip right there. So I'm gonna grind this a bit more with the die grinder and build it up just with a few more bits of glass. This one does need some cabosil on the bottom also, but we'll get to that when we flip the vessel over because it's just a pain in the neck to do this. This guy back here, same thing. It's got a little bit of a low spot. We gotta add just a tad bit more glass to it and we can get this squared away. You can see the dip right there. Over here on the starboard side, we are smooth as butter. Did a great job filling this up. Cabosiled the back right underneath it here. That's all cabosil, and we're gonna tend to it more once we flip the vessel over. Again, just working on the top side right now, but this came out looking great. Knocked it down heavy with the 80 and then chased it back out with the 320, and then I blocked it. That's nice and smooth, and same thing with the crack. He did a fantastic job on this. Look how level that is. And I did the same thing. Knocked it out with the 80 and then took the 320 and feathered it out and then feathered it by hand. So I got a little bit of a spot right here that we need to tend to. If you look closely, you can kind of see got a little bit of damage, and that's most likely where the crack itself started to split. But we'll be, again, messing with that once we can get the vessel flipped over because it's just a pain in the neck. Pain in the neck getting under the gunnel. So anyways, guys, this patch right here is the one that I'm going to attempt to do. I'm going to go ahead and cut out a few pieces of some 10 ounce, wet them up, drop them in here, and then build this area up. Then with the remaining bits of resin that I have mixed up, I'm going to mix some cabosil, push some cabosil up from the bottom, and then start filling in all of these holes. I knocked down all the gel coat and paint from all these holes. I'm going to throw some cabosil in them. Same thing with the factory cleat holes. And then these holes right here were for the lifting mounts that the company used to crane the boat in and out of the water. So I got to run a drill bit down these because they've got some silicone still in it. But I'm going to get all of that cleaned out, and then we're going to fill this with cabosil also. I'll tape the bottom of them, cabosil them, and then once everything's been cabosiled, filled with it, I'll come back with the DA, knock it down, and then we'll lay some glass on top of all these holes and then feather that out. And we should be looking right. The gunnels and the whole top side of the hull will look fantastic. You're probably wondering, yo, why did you paint the vessel when you're doing all this work, when you're grinding on it, when you're knocking the paint off? The reason that I wanted it to be in paint was because I do move it in and out of the shop. Florida will randomly rain, and I just didn't want to have any of the areas that I ground all the gel coat out or sanded all the gel coat out, or where the gel coat was really thin or where it chipped, etc. I just wanted to have a coat of bilge paint on there for the peace of mind. Just helps when it gets wet, or you know, like I swapped my Mariner on here and I had to disconnect the fuel line and it dripped a little bit of gas down it, and it was just nice to have the peace of mind with the bilge coat, knowing that I could clean it right up and you know, it really doesn't affect this paint. So I'll go back once everything's said and done on the top side. Once we feather it all out, I'll repaint it. But enough of me rambling, time to get back to work. All right. It is a new day in the shop, guys. Here is the glass work from yesterday. Got a little lump there just from the chop mat that I layered up, but I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm not a glass guy, but from what I can tell, it doesn't look like there's any voids or anything in there. I think it looks pretty good. I don't know. Jack, if you're watching this, hopefully you're proud of me, bro. Look at that. All those lessons are paying off. Anyways, taped this all up on the bottom side also. And then shoved all that cabosil in there. Let's see here. There you go. I already peeled everything off the other ones, but just wanted to show you guys. I'm gonna take the 320 on the DA now, chase all this stuff down, knock all the cabosil that's, you know, overspread there, that's not in the hole, clean it up, and then we'll prep to do some more glass work on her. Let that kick off, and then I'll sand that once more, and we should be just about done with all these holes. I'm leaving these ones here for now because they line up for the seat. May end up doing a cleat here or maybe a cleat here. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to leave those just for right now. And I'm also going to make a change. Everyone's convinced me. We're going to paint the interior white because that just flows better with the blue ice. So other than that, guys, the video is getting a little lengthy. I'm going to make it a two-part video. I'm going to pick up where I left off here. We're going to start sanding on this like I said, and basically just finishing this thing out. Hopefully we can get it in the water by July 4th. And also, there's the tiller handle extension. Got her mounted up on the 25. I apologize, I hung my fan up, so that's what you guys are probably hearing in the microphone. But the handle's pretty sweet. And I also did find a back deck too, but I'll talk about that later on. It might be a different video. I don't know if I'm gonna do the Crucible board now, because if I can get an original Carolina Skiff back deck, I'll use that. But all right, let me wrap this up. Alrighty guys, well that is a wrap for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Be on the lookout for part 2. Hopefully we get this thing all wrapped up as far as the top side goes, and then we can move to getting all the little patches and dings and stuff down on the bottom, and hopefully get it in the water. So thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next upload. Later.